And now Jack Binder, the CEO of LifeAct, has been involved with the organization for, we were trying to figure out how many years, but I think it must be a good 12 years, Jack, in some way, shape, or form. He is affiliated with several manufacturing businesses in Cleveland and serves as an elected official in Geauga County. Jack has been really the strong force behind LifeAct in his capacity as CEO for the last couple of years, and has really been instrumental in the change and the growth that we've embraced over the last couple of years. So we're so pleased to have him. Jack and his wife, Mary Kay, reside in South Russell, and they have 3 grown sons. Please join me in welcoming Jack Binder.
Thank you, Lori. Welcome, and thanks to all of you for joining us here on the 12th annual Into the Light Walk. There are many people here who made tonight happen, and I won't thank all of them because we'd be here for quite some time, but there are a few that I do need to note. First of all, everyone in this room, this isn't our night, this is your night. We'd like to thank all the individuals, the walk teams, and the school teams for all of their support, not just tonight, but 365 days a year. We have over 100 volunteers that supported us this evening, and without our volunteers, we couldn't do this. Mike Willens and the students from Mayfield High School in particular, who are helping with the setup and the takedown. Our Youth Advisory Board, really a special group of people. Our Youth Advisory Board now numbers almost 30 people, 30 of some of the most engaged, intelligent, and courageous high school students here in Cleveland. And they're easily identifiable by their blue Youth Advisory Board shirts. And I would encourage everybody here to make an effort to meet one of them and talk to them and find out more about our Youth Advisory Board. Great group of people. Our members of the Walk Committee, in particular Elaine Myers and Deb Herman, who were instrumental in creating this event 12 years ago. Obviously, Lori Vick, our wonderful and, dare I say, annual MC, who always just does a great job. Our fabulous speakers, Tara, Tim, and Dr. Hertzer, you're going to meet all of them yet this evening. The Jenks family from Augie's Catering for our food service. Dave Shimp and Deb Herman from Ghost Light Productions for helping us every single year with a tremendous amount of effort. Our LifeAct trustees, many of whom are here this evening, and our board chairman, Mike DeWint, and the Berea Mid-Park High School symphonic singers with their musical director, Catherine Robinson Rainey. And a special welcome to Yvette Jackson from the Ohio Suicide Prevention Foundation, who drove up here from Columbus to join us. Frontline Service, one of our partners, the Adams Board, and University Hospitals, Rainbow Babies and Children's, who's been a tremendous supporter. Lastly, we can't forget the LifeAct staff. 1 year ago when we did this walk, I think that a late Browns game or a possible hurricane might have given them a bit of a pause. This year, they just say, bring it on. And they just continue to perform and achieve the impossible. So they've done a great job. We have some great speakers, so I don't want to intrude on their time, and I'll make this as brief as I'm capable. Originally, my comments were going to be about things like most causes of death for young adults age 15 to 24 have been on the decline. Suicide is bucking that trend and is increasing every year in that age group. Since 2011, suicide has become the #1 cause of preventable death for young adults. Only accidents cause more deaths. Suicide took more lives than cancer, heart disease, and the next 5 leading causes of death combined in that age group. Suicide rates for young adults are now greater than homicide, and the CDC reports that in 2013, 15% of 9th grade females attempted suicide. I was going to tell you things like last year we delivered our life-saving program to over 20,000 students in Northeast Ohio in 110 schools and in 8 counties. I was going to say that more than 1,300 of these students came forward seeking help for themselves or for a friend. Our collaboration with University Hospital and Frontline Services, through that we're now able to quickly have these students assessed and get treatment and follow up when necessary. I was also going to thank the 60 local foundations and corporate sponsors that have done so much to help us bring our program to the middle schools and expand beyond Northeast Ohio. But I'm not going to say any of that. So, Chris, that doesn't count against my time. Instead, I wanted to say a few words about, of all things, branding. About a year and a half ago, we rebranded our organization as LifeAct. We didn't do that because we wanted a fancy logo or we wanted a catchy name that people would remember. We did it because our board felt that our name really didn't convey accurately what we were trying to achieve and how we were going about doing it. Our new name really embodies the essence of what we accomplish. We take an active role in preserving life. It facilitates a discussion where previously there may have been none, mostly due to stigma. And why am I bringing this up now? I changed my comments just, I think, yesterday because I was thinking about this. We've received so much positive feedback about the name change and the rebranding, and it got me to thinking that that's part of the solution. But we deal in it with an issue called mental illness, and I personally don't really even like those words. The terms mental illness draw a very strong and immediate emotional reaction from virtually anyone. And what I find curious is it doesn't reference a part of the body or an organ like heart disease or lung disease. It seems to speak to the whole person, their essence. And it almost insinuates an inherent personal defect. And that is absolutely what we want to go away from. In addition, by referring to it as an illness and not a disease, I think we risk minimizing it, relegating it almost to something that's temporary and transient, something like the flu. That is not what mental illness is. I'm not a clinical professional, and I may be causing a few of them to stir in their seats. And I know you told me not to say this, but Dr. Herzer, I'll apologize right now. I think we can take this opportunity and time to rethink the problem, and I think to rethink our solutions. Words do matter. Words play a major role in the stigma and the history of the stigma. I look forward to working with our partners from UH, our instructors, and most importantly, possibly our Youth Advisory Board, to reframe this discussion and allow a great new generation of young adults who we're working with to have the freedom to discuss this openly and without stigma. They're ultimately critical to creating a solution to this problem, and I look forward to a time when future generations can say, can you believe they use the term mental illness? So thank you for joining us here tonight. I appreciate it very much, and you helping us carry out our work year-round in the high schools. So thank you.